Wherever you're watching us from this morning, we do welcome you to Bloemfontein. A little bit rainy and wet outside, but inside here it's hot as the debate will begin to unravel and unfold in no time. Guests have already started trickling in. A number of the MECs who will be joining the Premier, as you have mentioned, Sam, have already started coming in as well. I managed to pull one of them aside and get a sneak peek as to what we can expect in today's discussion. I have with me MEC for Public Works in the province of Free State. Do excuse me. In fact, I have Limpopo on my mind because I know that Free State and Limpopo were the only provinces that had no clean audits whatsoever in the past financial year. That's another thing we'll be looking at. But Limpopo aside and back to the Free State, let's speak to Mr. Sam Mashinini, who'll be talking to us about his capacity as Public Works MEC and some of the issues that he perhaps inherited from the previous administration that he'll be ironing out and fixing via that integrated solution, that cluster approach. A very good morning to you, sir. Thanks again for joining us.
Morning, Ayanda, and morning out there to the viewers.
Let's speak about that cluster approach to integrated service delivery. How are you coming together with your peers in the province to iron out some of the hurdles that you had experienced last time?
You know, Ayanda, when we came in after the majority of the people of the country and the Free State voted for the African National Congress, one of the things that we said we need to have an integrated approach and make sure that when we address the issue of service delivery, we work as an integrated approach as the different departments of the government to make sure that we know what the other department is doing, we support what the other department is doing, we are able to work in unison to make sure that we actually give our maximum effort in terms of service delivery in the province. That's the reason why we discussed and said that we need to have an integrated approach. And I can tell you, since I've come in, I have seen the fruits of working together, because if there is a particular area department that is basically doing it, we are supporting one another to make sure that if that department, let me make an example, you have the Department of Local Government and Housing. You know, when you get into a particular municipality, obviously the Department of Infrastructure and Public Works and Infrastructure, and you go also to the Department of Roads, Police and so on. If you don't have an integrated approach, you'll find that after building a house, you must know that you must have an access. And therefore, the Department of Roads, the Department of Infrastructure must begin to occupy that space so that that access, easy access into that area, and you change the life of our own people to the better, works properly, and you see an improvement in a much more better way.
Thank you so much for giving us a glimpse as to what we can expect a little bit later on the show today. We'll also be unpacking some of those focal areas for you. You mentioned housing, road and infrastructure, also very important, especially if you're going to be growing the economy of this particular province. So there's just a taste of what's coming up this morning. Another one of your SABC TNA business briefings. More in store. Do stay with us.